wants to do the hello.
Hi,
Hi.
I guess. You are. Oh, I can tell I'm tired and I have no patience tonight. Cause like I'm literally sitting here going like, you're driving me fucking nuts for 20 minutes. Oh my god.
I know I did, and it's like it's been a wild time. It's already been a wild 20 minutes so far.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh my god, what's taking you so long? Can we please go live?
I know.
I want to stream.
I want to stream. We're gonna stream all the hours. We're gonna be streaming all the way to 2 in the morning. I'm kidding.
Oh my
But
god.
hi. Imagine if we stream all the way to 2 in the morning. That people can, but I highly doubt we would be capacitated for that.
Yeah, words
uh,
and such. But hi, we're here.
we are here. I am playing Truck and Talk. I am playing Truck and Talk. I'm doing Truck and Talk. And Dragyn is, I think, you're streaming Stardew, is what I've heard, right?
I'm doing Stardew, no farm. Who dis?
Who dis? I'm a farmer. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, welcome to another live stream of Le Truck and Talk. For me, we're trying our best to be on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
Or at least I am. At least she is too, I'd say.
Hey, I've done 2 weeks in a row at least. I've only missed 1 week of this new year.
It's a pretty good.
Leave me be.
It's a good track record. So a good track record so far.
Yeah.
Okay. Whee!
Should my name be?
What's a good name for a farmer?
I was gonna say Daryl.
Farmer Daryl. Oh no.
I'm not being Farmer Daryl.
Please
no,
don't.
Thank you.
Even I wouldn't suggest you to become Farmer Daryl.
Farmer Vicky. I don't want to be Vicky. Ugh.
Yeah. Mary.
Mickey.
No, that's Mickey. Ooh.
Oh, Mickey, you're so fine. You're so fine. I know you're my Mickey. No.
Suppose. Okay. I don't know why I know this as a stupid fact, even though I don't think this is a stupid fact. You know, that's like apparently a sex song or something like that.
Yes.
Okay.
Is it avocado or avocado?
Vo.
EVO.
Yeah. Avo.
Okay. That's gonna be my favorite thing.
Avocado.
Avocado. Farm name. Name. I don't know. I guess I can just go with Dragyn. Let's just. Oh, but I have so many profiles underneath Dragyn already.
I mean, you could name it after the town I'm in, but that'd be weird.
What?
You could name it after the town I'm in
Yeah, what town?
Durango.
That could be the farm name.
That could be a farm name. No, like that's actually a pretty solid farm name, actually.
Wolf Farm. I spelled Durango wrong.
Durango.
I can't type anymore. Durango Farm, and my name. It has to be something Spanish now because we've got Durango, we've got avocado, so a Spanish name.
Maria. First thing about my head.
Ave Maria.
That's a good start.
I don't know. I kind of want to go with like CC. It's not Spanish.
I thought Guadalupe for whatever reason.
Oh, that's long.
That's a long one.
I can just go with Lupe.
Lupe, I like that one.
Lupe. Okay. We have a gray kitty cat. Ooh, what farm should I have? I can have standard, river, forest, hilltop, wilderness, spooky farm, four
What's
corners.
the closest to a ranch?
A ranch. Probably
Ranch
just
life.
the standard one.
Oh yeah, it would be.
Yeah, I guess I'll do standard. Why not? I'll be basic tonight. Okay, let's begin farming life. Anyway, you can begin life talking now.
Begin the farming life as we talk and I drive and you farm. But yeah, it's been a week. I haven't been doing much aside from getting back into work, which has been always the fun part. I've had my certain bouts of saying I don't want to go back to work or I want to be on vacation again because that vacation was nice. But it's back to the work grind for me. I'm slowly catching up with tickets and all that stuff, which is good. Catching up with coworkers, helping them out and all that stuff. There's also a fun opportunity that I have so far been trying my best to get on board, which is apparently there's been a lot of, at least literally prior to I came back, there was a big announcement of like a shakeup. Not really a shakeup, but like um, a change in staff, basically. In a sense, our manager for support is moving up to be a director, I believe, for finance or something. I guess for the San Francisco office. So then that opened up a position to become a manager. That one ended up going to my team lead, and now they're looking for a team lead. And what they decided to do is leave it as an open application, a quick application, but an open application nonetheless. So I applied for it, and then shortly thereafter, I got a message to have an interview, and so I did the interview. Apparently, they had quite a bit of people that my team lead had to interview, so he ended up doing a second level interview, in which I also got into. And that was today. So basically, the first interview was just asking questions about how well can you manage people, how well you can, in a sense, do damage control, remedy tense situations with coworkers and all that stuff, and how well you can work with other people, sort of thing. And I just said, I have had some past experiences, and I'm pretty open to work with everyone here. I don't have a hard time talking to all the coworkers that I talk to. So in terms of leading them, it shouldn't be too hard, sort of thing. And then coming to the second part of the interview, we decided to do a little like demo runs. We provided one a scenario where I have to be quick-witted and figure out what I should do as a team lead. So again, it's more of like people management stuff. It's like, what would you do if someone says a support member decides to go offline during work while they're supposed to be handling the phone lines or certain other things. And so I just provided an answer pretty easily, nothing too crazy for a question like that. And then
what is a sample answer? How did you answer that?
How would I answer? So for us, for at least what I answered, I would try to find this support member where they are, try to pop them a quick message through our messaging system, or so pop a quick message and then see how long it will take for them to respond back. If it takes longer than 5-10 minutes, I would try to start messaging other team leads if he's not my part of my team, or I would start looking for alternatives for people to take over and help out the other support member that asked about this issue, just so they have support, and then move on from there, sort of thing. Hopefully when they respond, we'll probably have a meeting trying to see what's going on. Hopefully everything is fine, nothing like internal external is creating an issue for him, sort of thing, and whatnot. Really, I wouldn't take full disciplinary action, but it all depends on how that situation goes. If it's like the first thing, I will do like a little slap on the hand. If it's like a repeated offense, then I would have to definitely reevaluate some things. And then the main other thing is to perform reviews with them. So as a support agent, you do tickets, and for team leads, you critique their tickets. Not really critique them, but like make sure that the statements they are providing falls in line with Odoo support and all that stuff. I accidentally gave out the company name, woohoo! But it's okay. I think I've given it up before, anyways. But
there's
it comes in line with our support.
Aspects of your job, anyway.
Yeah. So we just review how they did the investigation, how well they responded to the customer, have they done it like in a timely response, X, Y, and Z sort of thing. And it's just like a little like mock thing, just to like a little mock review in a way, and just to see how well I can critique people through the reviewing process and whatnot. So it's really interesting. I've always seen the side of like being like receiving those reviews. Now it's fun to see the other side of it and try to give those reviews.
Mm-hmm.
So that was part 2, and I won't be getting a response till Monday. Because I believe he's like busy doing many other things right now, so I don't blame him. So yeah, that's exciting. Aside from that, yeah, I've just been catching up with work, catching up with coworkers. I did celebrate a birthday with a coworker on Wednesday. A couple of us as a group went to this all-you-can-eat Japanese barbecue place, and it was pretty expensive, but it was really great. And I think this was the first time I've ever seen a bill go up to $1,000 in total.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm just like, man, we spent this much, and we're like, yeah. I was like, shit. All right, how many people we have? 12. Okay, we can split this. This shouldn't be too bad. But still, it was pretty up there. But aside from that, I'm trying to figure out other things. Technically, the past weekend, I realized I forgot to talk about this part. Because it felt like it's already been more than a week since this happened, even though it's only been a week. I did go back home with my parents, back to the Central Valley, bringing all their stuff back, and then just trying to... and I think I forgot to explain this to you, Dragyn, so I have a little story. Coming back to the Central Valley, which wasn't too bad, managed to hit some traffic because, yay, accidents. Luckily, they were fine for the most part. Gnarly accident, though. But we managed to make it home, and we were about to pick up the mail because, well, we've been gone for a month, and I thought of holding the mail at the post office for a month, because if we had the mail delivered normally, it would just fill up the box, and knowing that we have our fair share of mail thefts, I'm not risking that for the mail to just be in the box, sort of thing. So I decided to hold the mail at the post office. We then ended up going to the post office, and they said we don't have any mail there. Which is odd, because I said specifically to hold the mail at the post office so we can pick it up. But the lady said, no, we have no mail there. When did your hold mail ended? And I said, kind of ended a little bit earlier than when we came back. So we did also expect some mail to come into our box while we were there, but we had a neighbor picking up the mail during that time as well, just in case. And the lady said, oh, okay, then it should be in your mailbox. It's like, okay, we were gonna check. Got home, and then we had a fun time trying to figure out how to open the door, because we realized our neighbor ended up double locking our front door, and we didn't have the garage opener with us. They had the garage opener, so we had like a fun time trying to figure out how we're gonna open and get in. And then it didn't help that my tummy decided to go gurgly while getting out of the car. So that means I really had to go poop. Luckily, I made it in. My dad figured out there was a way to go through the side gate and then unlock the side door instead, and then go from there. So I didn't have too much of a problem doing that. But then at the same time, we ended up meeting with our neighbor anyways, and she said, yeah, there was no mail that came in aside from the mail that came in like just yesterday or 2 days ago. That was the only mail. I'm just like, okay, that's strange. Where did our mail go? I hope they didn't get returned back, because there was like a lot of bills, tax documents, because it was already the end of 2022, start of 2023, so filing taxes and all that stuff, and many other things. So I got a little bit worried and tense, so I ended up sending a request to find this mail through USPS, and kind of just relaxed for a little bit. Saturday, we just kind of took it easy. We ended up like going to Walmart, be astonished by the price of eggs that are around here. I didn't expect
all of North America.
Yeah, I didn't expect an 18 pack of eggs to be $10 now.
Yeah,
it's crazy. I didn't expect it to be that bad. hopefully that gets fixed soon. I mean, usually, like, this has happened before, but I didn't expect it in this magnitude, though. Um, we did that, and then I just ended up, like, I think I finally caught up on most of my sleep. So all of, like, the sleepiness I'm feeling right now is probably just from work in general, and then just kind of, and then like hanging out with coworkers and just kind of staying up late night. That's a car.
Yeah, you and I
Um,
had a late night last night, so
oh yeah, yeah. I had quite a bit of late nights this past week, so the tiredness is starting to come back again. But the Saturday when I got home after Walmart, I crashed. I just slept, and I like slept through the whole day, all the way up to like 7 p.m. Like I think I went to bed like, or I went took a nap for like at 2, and then I just went straight sleeping until 7. And then I think my parents did the same thing too, because at that point they were still jet lagged. So they did the same thing too, and then my dad just told me, he was like, okay, I don't want to cook anything right now, so we're just gonna eat what we have in the thing. And to be fair, we just came back. It's been like a month since we've been in that house, or at least for them a month, me a little bit longer, but I digress. So we're just like, all right, we're just gonna scoundrel up whatever's in our pantry or anything that's still shelf stable. It was fun because I did find like a couple things. I was like, oh yeah, that needs to be thrown away. Um, but we managed to like scoundrel up some stuff and then ate like just ate something like kind of light, because we're like, we're too tired to do any of this shit right now.
fair.
And then Sunday came around, and Sunday was also another special day because I realized I celebrated 2 birthdays in January, one with my coworker and the one with Brianna Tishubana, or Bananyaba. I forgot how to pronounce her new username now.
Something like that.
Yeah, her birthday was on Friday, I believe. But we celebrated on Sunday because everyone was available on Sunday. Um, and in our typical friend group fashion, we decided to plan it at 12, but then ended up meeting at 1. Nailed it. But it wasn't too bad. We decided to go up to Sacramento. Okay, this was interesting. At the first start, we had no idea what we wanted for lunch. And then, right when we got on the highway, one of them suggested to have Filipino food. And I'm just thinking to myself, I was just in the Philippines just like a week and a half ago, and I want Filipino food. Great. um, but we ended up getting it. We were first supposed to go to Jollibee, but then Jollibee was crowded. So we then ended up going to Chowking, which is like it's a Filipino Chinese fast food chain. They have a lot in the Philippines, but they have a couple in the States. Usually it's paired close by a Jollibee because they're owned by the same company, surprisingly. So we ended up going there. Had some nice Chinese style fried chicken with some rice and some pancit and all that stuff, because it is it's Chinese Filipino fusion, but definitely more Filipino based and style compared to actual Chinese food. And then from there, we ended up walking to the supermarket over there, Seafood City, which was attached to which was attached with the Chowking. Ran around there. I personally complained about the high prices of Filipino goods over there because but I was also surprised of the increasing variety of goods that has shown up in the States, and especially in Seafood City, because the last time I've been to like at least that Seafood City, they didn't have a lot of they had Filipino products, but not to the magnitude that I saw there this time around. So I'm saying, oh man, the Philippine exports have been good. They've been exporting a lot of stuff so far, and they're still exporting a lot more. So there are like some brands that I didn't expect to see now in the States, where I saw it in the Philippines like commonly. So I'm just like, oh wow, this is cool. So now I could buy this sort of thing or this sort of thing. Mainly foods, because Seafood City is mainly a grocery store or a supermarket. But it was surprising. I really liked it. Seeing those things. I didn't buy many of them because it's like, oh yeah, no, I may have brought that over, or it's like, oh yeah, I've tried that. Not my thing. But it's cool to see there nonetheless. And then And then from there, went to a little couple of bakeries around there. There was one bakery called Red Ribbon, which is like a direct competitor of Goldilocks, which is a Filipino chain bakery that serves all the good Filipino snacks and sweets and treats and all that stuff. Went to Red Ribbon, grabbed some mamon. My friend grabbed a shit ton of ensemadas and mamon because he never tried it before, and we told him to just try all of them. And then we also told him how short of a shelf life they are, of like about 2-3 days, and he ended up buying like 5. I'm just like, have fun eating all of that. And then we went to this regional bakery store. I think it's mainly in California, and I think specifically Northern California. Maybe there are some in Southern California. I'm not too sure. I'm gonna make this light. I don't care. It's called Valerio's Bake Shop, and they served the best pandesal, the better set of Filipino baked goods. So like pandesal, pan de coco, some ensemadas, Spanish bread, which is enjoyed by Filipinos. What other things like other kinds of pandesal, other kind of pastries and such. And yeah, I decided to just like buy 2 things of pandesal and bring it over to my parents because it's been a while. Even been a while since I had Valerios, but it hasn't been a while that long since I had pandesal. So it's just been fun to just buy some of that. Oh, I am so sorry, car. I thought I made it. But yeah, like bought those, and then yeah, it ended up becoming like a very impromptu grocery trip to Seafood City and all that stuff. Just buying all the other goods and whatnot, even though it was a birthday. But we all ended up buying some stuff, so it was all good. From there, we went from Seafood City and all that stuff to Barcade up in downtown Sac. We've been here before, back in 2019 for my friend Tony's birthday. And they were still around. They still had their like old classic arcade machines. I decided to rack up a lot of quarters in pinball because there's something with pinball that I like. I just want to keep playing pinball. So all the pinball. We did play a couple group games like Pac-Man and whatnot. But lots of pinball. And we also had a drink or two just to chillax because we had a big event coming right after Barcade. Had that. Had a really good breakfast pizza because apparently this one was, for Brianna, she really loved the breakfast pizza at this Barcade that the last time we were there, we ended up ordering 2. And then when we came back, we decided to order a breakfast pizza again, even though it was like we ate like about 2 hours ago or so. Like 2 hours before that, but we really wanted to try the breakfast pizza again. So I was like, okay, let's go for it. Sort of thing. And we were there for like about an hour and a half. Apparently the game with, I forgot who went against the Niners that weekend, but they had a Niners game. Apparently it was a home game, and apparently that home game constituted to the worst traffic Santa Clara ever experienced on the Sunday.
Boy.
Apparently it went on the news, so it's like you could tell something went down if it had to go on the news.
Yeah.
But luckily, we didn't ended up going around Santa Clara, San Jose because I did actually suggest that to go over during that weekend. Thank God my friends said otherwise. Otherwise, that would have been a bad day. So we spent like an hour and a half there, and then we transferred to a karaoke place, and we decided to go all out because the past few karaoke sessions we've only done 2 hours, and we felt, or at least I felt, that 2 hours was not enough. So I ended up going for 3 hours.
Oh boy.
3 hours straight of karaoke, non-stop screaming, non-stop singing, non-stop screaming, because we are that crazy peoples. Screaming to the most what's the word? Not unmatched, like the most unusual song to scream at, sort of thing. Apparently, at one point, I think we were just loud enough to be heard by the rest of the workers at the karaoke place, who were like many, many rooms away from our room.
Oh, wow.
Though I do blame Brianna, to just kept screaming like a plastic bag in the tune of Firework. As in, like, do you ever feel like a plastic bag, like a
Yeah.
plastic bag, like a plastic bag? That went loud, and we also did our second rendition of Screaming Through Chandelier, which I'm pretty sure that broke a lot of eardrums. And I thought I was going to kill my voice doing that because I did some screaming. The second time that is posted on Twitter, by the way. Good luck listening to that because it's hectic. I tried screaming and I thought I almost lost my voice. But yeah, we did 3 hours of karaoke, which definitely felt like the right amount of time to have karaoke for us, because definitely 2 hours was not enough. We tried our best to create a set list of music, but then like many karaoke, like in some karaoke places you may be able to find a song, other places you may not, and it's always random. They don't use like the same system per se. So the song list that you may have created at your last karaoke place may or may not have that song. I mean, most karaoke places will always have like the top hits usually through all the decades and whatnot, from the mid 20th century to today's hits, sort of thing. They did have a couple like Japanese, Taiwanese, Korean, and all that stuff on there as well, but you really got to search for it. At the last karaoke place we went to for Tony's birthday here in San Jose, it was a little bit easier to search up those kinds of songs, and they had a wider variety. The one here in Sacramento did have a decent amount, but it was a bit tricky to find them. So there were songs we did have to just omit compared to our from our set list. It really took many of us, like time to figure out what songs that we usually either sing or meme sing. And then see if they have it on the machine. Most of the time they do, sometimes they don't. But we sang our hearts out. Probably a little bit too far out, I would say. But it was a fun time. Definitely would suggest for my group to have a 3-hour session for karaoke the next time we do karaoke, sort of thing. And then from there, we ended up going to this pretty cool Japanese restaurant in Midtown. It was really good. We all ordered like Japanese rice bowls, basically. One of them ordered like a sashimi set on a place of a rice bowl. I forgot what it's called. My other friend ordered unagi, which is freshwater eel. Brianna ordered chicken teriyaki because she's always like a chicken person.
Yes.
A lot of chicken in the chicken teriyaki, and it was the cheapest bowl out of the 4. And then I had gyudon, which is thinly sliced beef and onions, but my god, they loaded packed with onions compared to freaking beef, I swear. I think they used like the whole onion or something. And I'm just like, I like this. This is too much onion. This is way too much onion. So I like about halfway through my bowl, I just started like creating a mountain of onion, and it was literally a mountain of onion because after like scooping out all the meat and the rice, I'm just like, oh my god, that's literally I'm finger deep in onion. It was a lot. But it was nice, and then we had a pretty chill ride back home. Nothing too crazy. And it was overall a fun day. It was great to finally catch up with them. I honestly didn't really expect to actually be there that weekend per se. Actually no, I kind of did, but like I didn't expect to hang out with them that weekend because I wasn't so sure of what day I was coming back, because all I wanted to do was just bring my parents back over and be sure they're all safe and whatnot, with the stuff. And then it was a matter of like what day I'm planning to go back home. I thought like if I was gonna go, if like for Brianna's birthday we decided to go to San Jose, I would use that as my ride home, sort of thing. But if not, it's like, okay, I'm gonna figure out how am I going to get home on Monday, sort of thing. But luckily, I decided to, stay on that Sunday, hang out with them, and then ended up going back home around Monday afternoon, which took a bit. I keep forgetting how long it now takes to get home from the Central Valley to here in Menlo Park, using three forms of transport. It is a bit tiring, so like I'm hoping I don't have to do that too often, because at least back in San Francisco, it would only take about like 2.5 hours to 3 hours at the worst. On average now, going to Menlo Park from the Central Valley, it's been 4 hours, but it's only because I have to transfer twice and have to wait, which kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But it wasn't too bad. It was a really good weekend. Just didn't expect to do. I'm actually glad that it turned out that way, even though I didn't expect to actually be hanging out with them over in Sacramento that Sunday. I think the week went fine. As I explained before, I just try to catch back up on work, and with work life and all that stuff, and had the interview and all that for team lead, and I think that's pretty much it on my side. For the most part, I believe I've caught up with my parents this during the week, and they said they're getting better with the jet lag. They're not as jet lagged nowadays compared to last week, so they're getting back to their normal sleeping schedule, sort of thing. And everything's going fine. Everyone around here is fine, so all is good in the world for this week. Gotta slow down. But how about you, Dragyn? I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I really don't think I have much else to talk about, at least for this week.
I was gonna ask you a question like way earlier.
Oh, really? Oops.
Yeah, but no, good to hear about your week, of course. I was gonna ask, so like, how did the interview feel today? Like, how do you think you feel like you did?
Ooh. Good question. I guess even like I'll go for even for the first half of the interview. First half of the interview, I actually felt pretty fine. I guess because I'm mainly basing this on both my past experience at work as well as how well I interact with my coworkers, and I think I am definitely different at work. I'll tell you this. I am a bit different, if not very different at work. I am a lot more sociable at work. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I guess because I like to distract myself outside of doing actual work, but it keeps me going. Like it like rather than like as much as I can focus on work, I would like to also distract myself from that, because otherwise I'd be going this way. I went the wrong way. Fuck. I rather distract myself at work as well, because if I stay focused for too long, I know for the fact I'll get bored and get ever so slightly burnt out. Just for the day, sort of thing of like, I don't want to work anymore, sort of thing. That sort of mentality. So I always try to distract myself as best as I can. Ooh, I saw that car. Oh my god, I have to turn all the way back there. Holy shit. Let me get a water break real quick, because my mouth is dry.
I'm just fishing. Fish.
And in 30 minutes, I'm down a water bottle. I guess I'm a bit dehydrated right now, so I'll probably get a water here probably in the next half hour or so. But yeah, and I had no issue like really answering any of the questions that my interviewer, my team lead, had for me in terms of like managing people, managing coworkers, and all that stuff. It's like Felt pretty confident on that one. Second part of the interview, I felt also pretty confident. Not gonna lie, I always have like those little tensing nerves prior to the interview,
Hmm.
that sort of thing. But coming into just like having that talk, and then after that, just answering the questions, it felt quite normal. Like everything flowed. Like I didn't have an issue answering any of the questions he had, and then even performing the little mock or filling out the mock ticket review, I had no issues doing that as well. It took me a bit to like understand what was going on, like what I was supposed to do, sort of thing.
Hmm.
Only because it is coming from a perspective that is of the reviewer, not the reviewee, right?
Yeah.
So I had to think differently, um, and it took me a bit to figure out like how well I wanted to critique this sort of thing, because it's like I thought in my head, at least for like a good first 5-10 minutes, of like, do I want to be strict? Do I want to be like, no, you got to do this, or do I need to, should I be more lenient? But what happens if I become too lenient? Then I think I'm not giving them enough motivation to work harder, sort of thing. So it was trying to find that nice happy balance for at least a good 5 to 10 minutes, and figure out what to write up, sort of thing.
Hmm.
But then once I managed to figure that out after reviewing the first ticket, it became a lot easier doing the other two. So I'm just like, okay, let me just fill the rest of this part out. And I think I already know what I kind of want to talk about, sort of thing, in this thing. They are like really good at this, but they should probably improve on that. Da 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 da. And then filled out the form pretty easily, and it wasn't too bad. Like, I didn't have that much of an issue, like filling out the rest of the form, and then felt pretty confident of how I filled it out. I don't know if it's gonna be personally enough. I think it's enough, but at the same time, I have that little inkling doubt of like, maybe I should have added a little bit more, but we'll see, sort of thing. We'll have the time to review it, and see how well I did as a reviewer.
Oh yeah, so he gets to go over the feedback with you too?
Yep. We didn't
Oh,
do that today because he was pretty busy today, so we'll be doing that on Monday.
I see.
Yeah.
Enough. That's kind of cool to get feedback, like immediate feedback on like interview stuff.
Mhm. I want to like I think I just want to make sure that I'm looking at it correctly. I'm doing it like, looking at the right stuff, sort of thing.
Yeah. I just mean it's cool because like most interviews you don't get feedback. Oh
Oh
shit.
yes, true.
So yeah.
See, like I don't know, because at the same time, it's like he either said it was either a second part interview, but at the same time, he also said it was an exercise. But I think also even like on those like exercise, those in depth interviews, you do. Um, Sometimes they won't fully critique it either, right?
I mean like your world is way different than mine. So
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's hard to get interviews for like a teaching job. If you aren't successful or even if you are successful. So
Mm-hmm.
or like yeah, it's just
They would just tell you like it's like, yeah, you're in, or
they're like, we are
you're
not
chosen.
moving forward with your application.
Right,
Yeah. Or you hear nothing.
and they just ghost you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
That's why I'm like, this is a cool thing that your job does.
Yeah, that's I yeah, no, I've actually found it pretty cool that they actually do that. Um, it's like, hey, we're gonna get that critique. All right, cool. We'll see how well I did, and hopefully, like, because again, like for me, even like at the very end, I still have that inkling doubt of like, I think I'm missing a few things, sort of thing. But only because it's like, I don't know what sort of criteria should I actually really judge them on. I'm only basing this based on my ticket reviews that I receive from my team leads, and thinking like how they format it. So like, in a sense, I'm kind of copying them, but like at the same time, I'm like, I see why they did that, sort of thing. Like why they critique it that way, and then I'm just like, oh, I see what that like. Now I see what that means. And I was like, okay, let me try to reword this, make it a little bit like twist it to be a little bit more positive, and then try to be, approachable with it rather than being directive about it.
Hmm.
So it's pretty fun. Yeah, and definitely we'll get to know those results on Monday.
Hmm. Cool.
But yeah.
Wah wah wah.
I was on the straightaway. I'm just like, I'm gonna just like weave in and out with my truck. I was like, oh
I'm
my
just
god, this is straightaway.
I'm cutting down trees.
Cutting down trees.
Yeah. Cause it's raining.
Best time to cut down trees while it's raining. I should probably not do that. I just saw coppers on the side road. Oops.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I want to do all this on this day of. I almost did Minecraft. Oof. I really want
Nice.
to do this on the day of Stardew. Cut down all of this stuff all the way down. I don't know. Maybe. Make a nice path.
Yeah. Make it all pretty.
Not really, more like easier to access the exits of the farm.
Just be like, it's like, at least I know I can go this way or I can go this way.
Really, you have to kind of like wiggle your way through because it's a mess of a farm right now.
Oh boy.
Full of trees and stones and weeds.
I gotta clean this farm.
I'll make it look nice.
I should probably exit. There's the gas station. I can go there. No. I'll go to this gas station. Wait, can I make the
I'm gonna
exit? Did I
eat
miss it?
my garbage bread.
Whoop.
Garbage bread. Nom nom.
Garbage bread.
Yes, I found it in the garbage.
We found the garbage.
Yeah. I guess me.
I guess you. How's been you? And I know we've gotten a few updates on stuff at last week's Truck and Talk, so it's all up to you if you want to take it back again for those. Because I know it was like a little bit like spotty sort of thing of how we went over your past couple weeks.
Yeah, I don't even know what to cover anymore per se.
Right.
Because like most of the stuff I talked about don't matter much now. Or a
Oh.
lot of it has changed.
Ooh.
In the sense of like
Interesting.
Toastmaster, not interesting. Sad and annoying and bullshit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So I'll just start with my week and then maybe backtrack if I need to.
Yeah, we could do that.
Because I have an update from today for you
Oh.
that you don't know about.
I will grab a water, but I should be able to hear it, so I'm gonna fill up my gas and then put my BRB a little bit. But I'll still be here. I'll probably keep myself unmuted.
Okay, sure. So me, hi everybody. Just
Hello.
hello. I don't know how to start things. How does did? Yeah, they're supposed to come at 12:30. He came at 12:28.
Oh damn.
Yeah, and he's just like, "Hi, so like, where's Michelle? And like, where's this person? Where's this person?" I was like, Not here yet, but hi, I'm Violet. I am your hybrid tech setup person.
I'll be
Well, then
helping
you're the
set
only person that matters. Can I give you a bunch of things? Are you ready for me yet? I'm like, give me just 5 minutes quick to get everything opened and set up, and then I'll get you connected. He's like, cool, thanks.
Dang.
And yeah, he was wonderful to work with because he had like all the stuff ready. We got his presentation saved to my desktop so I can open it up easily enough. And he even had his own clicker.
Oh, wow.
I was like, oh
Proper
boy,
presenter.
proper professional speaker here. Okay, Mr. Jurgen. Um, so I was pretty impressed. I was like, all right. And yeah, he helped everything get set up. And then like we were also having a panel. So when everybody else finally showed up, they focused on that physical aspects where I just like hung out with our guest speaker and made sure everything was good.
Hey.
Yeah. Where the fuck did you go, Abigail? Fucking bitch, come on. There we go. Where's the lady? Where'd she go? And yeah, so he was great to work with, and then everybody else kind of came, and the energy in the room was just so odd. Like everybody just seemed tired. Like
Oh, jeez.
Michelle, Austin, everybody was just like, okay, let's just get this shit set up and go.
Let's get on
And I
with
was like,
anything.
mood. I was like, this is a whole mood. But yeah, we got through the meeting. It was okay, but the panel discussion. So no one confirmed with Michelle how long the panel was going to be.
Oh, boy.
And so Michelle was like, okay, well, it's going to be like a 20-minute probably thing. And then our guest speaker will speak for 15 minutes. We'll have like a quick short table topic session and like blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
No, the panel discussion like was planned for 20 to 40 minutes.
Oh, jeez.
I was feeling awkward because I was a timer as well as Zoom Master and tech setup and all that stuff. So I was doing another like very busy meeting for me.
Right.
And so our Toastmaster that day didn't give me any timing instructions. So I had no idea how long the project was going to be, no nothing.
Oh, jeez.
And I was like, Austin. But I was kind of guessing. I was like, okay, I'm gonna put the green at like 20 minutes, I think, and then like the yellow at 25, and then the red at 30. Wrong, because it was supposed to be 20, 30, 40.
Oh, jeez.
Didn't know that, but like props to our panel because they did speak for less than 40 minutes, so and had good some questions come in. So props to them for the project, but yeah, that communication was not handled well. And of course, poor Michelle's pissed. And then she was also angry at Austin a few times because he didn't give timing instructions. He didn't call upon the evaluators before the speaker spoke.
Oh, fine.
And I was just like, oh boy, this meeting is technically a hot mess. But people were enjoying it. Like, it was a really good panel.
Mm-hmm.
I recorded most of it. Some of the beginning kind of got cut off. But that's because I didn't have permission on Zoom to record it. And so I had to
Oh, jeez.
like spam Marg. Like, please can I have permission to record this? They're starting now. Marg,
Right,
please
come on, give this.
give it to me. And finally got it working and it recorded. So I missed like a little bit of the introduction stuff, but at least I got in for the good first questions. So
Hey. Oh,
it'll
man.
work. It'll be
Station here.
fine. And good panel, great present. Like the guest speaker was hilarious because he came to tell us about tall tales. So he started his speech with a tall tale, and he was great. He's just like, so I have complicated timing instructions for today. Are you gonna be okay to do it all? I'm like, yeah, tell me. What are your timing instructions, Jurgen? And he's like, okay, so I'm doing a little tall tale speech at the beginning of my longer speech. So can you time that one for like 3 to 5 minutes? So like green at 3, yellow at 4, red at 5. I'm like, yeah, got you. No problem. And it's like then for the end of the speech, it's gonna be 20 minutes. And so can you do the green at 18, yellow at 19, red at 20? I was like, sure.
Damn.
It's not that complicated, but all right. I got you. And yeah, it was great because like it worked out and he was very funny. So we had a good successful like meeting, but then at the end people were like still chattering around, kind of staying late, and I was like, oh my god, I just want to fucking leave. Please. But the worst part of that meeting was like I was literally because of the space, I was like completely trapped behind that table. Like I would have had to like shimmied the whole table forward for me to get out and leave.
Oh.
So I didn't get a chance to go to the bathroom on break
Oh
or
no.
before the meeting. I had to like run as soon as the meeting adjourned. I was like, oh, I gotta go.
It's like, I gotta pee. Bye. Move, move,
I
move.
gotta go. I gotta go. Because I have tiny itty bitty issues with my bladder. So I like
Itty
ran
bitty
up and came
bladder.
back and talked to our guests because we had two guests as
Mm-hmm.
well, which was like amazing. And came back, and then I was putting things away, and then people were like coming over and chatting, like, "How you doing, Violet?" I was like, "Good." Very convincing. Good, yeah, just a little
Good,
tired, long week.
good convincing. Good
Yeah.
convincing.
And then it was funny because like people were talking about other things, and then like I was talking to Mikey and Austin at one point, just about everything, because they're just
Right.
like, "Hey, Violet, how's it going? You're part of that like core development group, right? Like, how's core development doing?" I was like,
Oh boy.
"I don't know that. It's a nightmare." And so we talked about core. We talked about like how I was feeling burnt out a little bit, and kind of just had a conversation about things, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Funny though, because like Mike is just like, "And how's your sister doing? We haven't seen Tabitha around in a while." I was like, "Why don't
Oh
you just
jeez.
fucking message Tabitha and like actually ask for yourself instead of asking me all the time?" But I was like, "Nah, well, not super great, I suppose. Like Tabitha's leaving the club." And then he was just like, "Wait, what? Why?" And so this is a long, long preface, but basically
Right.
he pissed me off because I explained all the reasons why. I don't want to give all of those things away on the stream, basically, because that's my
Mm-hmm.
sister's
Mm-hmm.
reasons. But he ended up accusing her of like not being resilient enough to stay in the club.
Oh jeez.
And I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me? That's resilience has nothing to do with it. It has to do with all you assholes." Like I was like, "Oh my God, whatever." But it was funny because then I was like in the middle of explaining that, and I was like, "I'm also upset too with the club." And Mikey's just like, "Oh, what's going on?" I was like, "Well, like my sister wrote like her resignation email, and no one responded to them. Besides, oh, Michelle's the only one that like responded." And Michelle overheard that, and she like whipped around because she was not part of our conversation. She just like whipped
Right.
around, going like, "No one else responded to her." Like she was so, but like she like yelled at. She was just so shocked, and I was like,
Right.
"Yeah, no, no one besides you, Michelle." And she's like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" She was angry, and she's like, "I gotta go before I say anything else." And
Right.
she left, and I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be a fun exec meeting on Tuesday."
Ding.
And it was. No, we'll get there. And so I'll talk about all that. And like the end of the conversation was good because he gave me some good advice about core. So that core exec meeting actually went really well this week. I think I told you about that, right?
Yeah, you did.
Cool. Hear it again. Because that's one of my prouder moments of this week in Toastmasters.
Hey.
Yeah, so all that kind of happened, and I was just honest with like both Austin and Mikey about how burnt out I'm feeling with Toastmasters, and I plan on like taking a meeting off a month just to recuperate, and I'm even gonna be nice and like the one meeting off I take for Northern Lights will be a Zoom meeting, not a hybrid, so I'll still come in person, blah blah blah.
Right.
I knew all this, and they're like, "No, yeah, yeah, fair enough," and all this stuff like that's understandable. Everybody needs a break, blah blah blah, and I was like, "I need more than a meeting a month off, but okay, sure." Uh, sure. Whatever you say, peoples. And yeah, we left it at that. Then cue Sunday, and we I got a call from Mikey. And I was just like, "Oh no." At first I didn't answer, but to be fair, I was eating dinner and I was like, "I don't want to
Right.
talk to you," and I'm stuffing my And so I kind of called him back and we had a conversation and he just wanted to hear like, "So yeah, I gathered from like our conversation on Saturday and like with Austin and everybody that there's been problems with Northern Lights. I wasn't aware of it."
Oh
And I know
no.
I haven't been around much, but like I wasn't aware of any of it. So can
Oh
you
no.
tell me what in your own words like what the problems are? And
Wow.
I was like, "Oh my God, dude." So I was like, all right, yeah, here you go. This is what's been going on. This is why I'm feeling burnt out. And like went through all the reasons. Like, I'm
Right.
doing multiple roles. I'm always doing like meeting setup. I'm always coming in person, like all these things, right?
Right.
And like I'm also like, and I know that like our VP Ed is very like exhausted and burnt out because she's constantly chasing people and no one wants to be engaged in the club, blah 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 blah.
Right.
All these things just laid it all out in the line. And he's just like, wow, what do you think should be our solution? I was like, it's
Hmm.
not my job to find a solution. I just told you all the problems. If I had a solution, we would have done it.
Like actually.
And then I was like, I guess one idea I had is because we have our exec meeting this week. Maybe we can split up the membership amongst like the exec members and do like actual proper check-ins this month. Just to see where people are at, what's preventing them from being in meetings, blah blah blah. And he's just like, I like that idea. That's a great idea. I was like, okay, cool. I'll propose it and add it to my report for Tuesday. And he's like, yeah, great. And then he asked about my sister again leaving.
Right.
And I was just like, I explained this to you already, but okay, here we go. And I like re-explained everything and told him everything. And he just like, yeah, I guess like in some people's lives, like you have to be ready for Toastmasters and be ready to be dedicated to it. And if you're not, then I guess it's just not for you. And I was like, that
Dang.
wasn't the issue. It was the issue about the club not coming together and treating us right in many ways. So really frustrating call and like thing with him. And then he was just like, yeah, I plan on giving your sister a call sometime this week and just like ask more questions and check in. And I'm like, good luck with that because Tabitha's angry. She's real angry. They gonna fuck you up if you
If you, it's like it's gonna fuck you up.
pretty much. I forgot that you can sit on the swings in Stardew Valley, and that made me happy for like 3 seconds. That was really cute.
I'm gonna do
Um,
something real quick as you keep talking on this thing. I might expand my maps. So I'm gonna purchase some maps. Oh shit, I don't have my wallet with
ooh,
me.
look at you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really, newspaper? I don't want newspaper in the garbage. I want garbage.
I want garbage in the garbage.
Garbage in the garbage. So yeah, that call was kind of interesting. It was like helpful but frustrating at the same time because of
Right.
just the different reasons. But again, I want to point out, like, I told him on Saturday I was burnt out. I told him on Sunday I was burnt out. This is important for me to reiterate how many times I told this man I was burnt out from Toastmasters.
Right.
Because cue Tuesday night.
Oh man.
Oh, sorry, I'm very like burpy and gassy.
Gossay. Why did I say it like that? Gossay.
Sorry. What are we becoming French?
Oh.
No. Um, because then yeah, exec meeting and like he was there and like everybody was pretty much there except two of our members who we really wanted to be there to speak up to or
Mm-hmm.
speak about because they've not been pulling their weight.
Right.
And that's also part of this a little bit too. And well, we started the meeting, did our normal reports and all that jazz. Everything was fine. Oh, I was gonna open the garbage can right in front of Jody. That would have been a really bad idea. She was gonna be like, ew, disgusting. Why would you do that?
Why would you do that?
I'm a garbage picker. Leave me alone. Uh, and so exactly what was going on, and then it got to my report, and I explained things like, for me personally, I was like disbanding the PR, like the public relations committee, because it's literally down to just me. And
Right.
I just don't have the energy to chase people to try to reform it or find new members for it. So it's just gone. I'm going to do a smaller PR program this year, but it's still effective because it is bringing guests to the club, and that's the most important part.
Right.
And I also explained I'm taking a one meeting off a month for a little bit just to recuperate and kind of lessen the burnout feeling. And I brought up all these things. And then Mike, you had the audacity. I don't think I told you this part of it, but I was like, you had the audacity. He's like, yeah, I have a question for the PR. When you say burnt out, what do you mean by that?
Oh my god.
I was like, bro, I fucking told you an answer to this, like not only once this weekend, twice. You want me to re-explain it to you a third fucking time?
Oh, jeez.
Okay, but it ended up being technically like 5 times in that, or 5 times in the span of like 4 days. I told this man about my burnout because I had to explain it to him in that capacity. And I had explained it later in the meeting about like not being able to really do something for the club. I don't remember what it was. Oh, I think it was just like I'm not gonna be there in person for the open house. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh no.
Oh no, what'd you do?
I gave Leia a piece of newspaper by accident as a gift, and she's like, "This is a terrible gift," and now she hates me. Well, I'm gonna go cry over that.
Oh no!
I love you. Come back, my love.
Baby, come back. You could blame it
Um,
on the newspapers.
you can blame it on me being dumb.
Aww.
Um, nah. But yeah, it's like something in that capacity, and then they wanted me to do something else. Oh, like the mentorship stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I swear to God, I passed all of that over to Michelle. Why do you want me to do it? And I was like tired. I was like, yeah, I mean, I'll slowly get through this and make sure partnerships or partners or whatever. Like, kind of just doing that in a very nonchalant way, like, whatever. I'll do it, I
Right.
guess. And I was like, it might be slow though. I might not have an update for next month, but I will do my best because I'm
Oh.
pretty burnt out. And they're like, yeah, no problem, Violet. Just do the best you can. I'm like, you guys are so bullshit.
Doing the best you can, I'm burnt out.
Yeah, right. And then at the end of the meeting, Mikey brought up like a good idea. It's like we should bring back the newspaper this year. Or the news, yeah, the newsletter, like the club newsletter. Because, like,
Right.
how's the team, what's the team doing or thinking about that, Violet? And I was like, I literally told you in my
Oh,
fucking
jeez.
report that I'm burnt out. The PR committee is done, and the PR program is literally Motivational Mondays and the create weekly events. That's the program this year because I'm burnt out. And I had to, like, Austin started to defend me, apparently, and I didn't hear him. Because I just was like, these people are just saying bullshit about me at this point. Like, I was pretty angry.
Right.
And then, like, Austin said something. He's like, well, I don't want to put words in Violet's mouth, so I'm going to let Violet speak. And I was like, yeah, let me speak. Why do men have to think for me? I think I actually said that in the meeting. I'm like, why do men actually have to put words in my mouth all the time? This is not right. Mikey. And then I went right towards him and I was like, Mikey. Like, got real aggressive, real direct, real angry.
It's like,
And
give me a chance to speak, man.
yeah, and like that was again the 5th time to this man that I've described to him. I was burnt out. And so all of that built up to me like kind of getting into tears when I was doing my little ramble about the newsletter and why it's not happening.
Right.
And I was like, oh fuck, I can't cry in front of these people because then they're gonna think I'm a weak bitch ass woman. So I turned off my camera. And I was left into tears for the rest of the meeting.
Oh, jeez.
Because they also brought up my sister again and like all praise like all of us like it's a suggestion that all of us should reach out to Tabitha and remind them that like they were a great like member to the club and that we'd always welcome them back and like we really value like their contributions to the hybrid setup and everything that they've done for us. And like Michelle, I love her. She messaged me because she could see it in my face that I was getting pissed. Um, Also, think of a name for a gray cat while I speak. Um,
Earl.
what? Okay. Fair. Wait, no, I get it. Earl.
Yeah.
No, we're
First
doing
thing
Spanish names though. We're doing Spanish names.
Oh, yeah.
Because we got Durango, Ricardo, Lupe. Gray in Spanish is Grease.
Nah, that
I
sounds
don't
weird.
think that would work.
No.
I'll let you think. But Michelle just like messaged me at that point when they were talking all this praise about like my sister and all the things that she's done in the club and all this stuff. Like right after like Austin explained to everybody why like my sister had left, and then they went immediate to praise and not like, oh, we're sorry. They just went to praise
Right.
over it instead. And then Michelle's like, can I like speak up, Violet, on your and your sister's behalf because I'm infuriated right now. It's like, oh, by all means, please. And yeah, it was funny. She's just like, really? You guys all are sitting here doing all of this praise without Tabitha even being here, and then you guys, none of you even replied back to that fucking email. And it was just like, boom, angry Michelle was just unleashed. And I was like, I'm so glad you're saying something because I was going to as well, but her she said everything that I wanted to say in that moment. This is such bullshit. If they were this
Right.
like if they were this grateful and thankful to like us and my sister and everybody else on the executive, we wouldn't have lost people this year.
Right.
So yeah. Um yeah, so real rough exec meeting. I was left in like anger and tears after that meeting, and same with Michelle.
Mhm.
She admitted to me this morning actually that she was left in pretty much tears. And she was gonna do a real cool thing at the meeting tomorrow. We're like taking all of our feedback about the club, and she's like sent out a questionnaire. She's gonna play a video that I recorded for it earlier in the week,
Mhm.
and have like a good discussion about everything.
Right.
But she had messaged me this morning going like, I'm tired of the tension that exists on the executive. I'm tired of the lack of appreciation. I'm tired of the chasing of membership. I'm tired and I'm not looking forward to anything tomorrow. So I'm taking a break. And I was like, oh, oh. So not only are they losing me for a break, this is kind of a spoiler, but
Right.
they're losing our VPN.
Damn.
Yeah, that's how much they have fucked up. But her and I stayed up late Tuesday night, just kind of having a little bitch fest
Right.
about it all. And then the next day, like, I was still emotional over it because I was just like, this is not what I want to feel right now.
Right.
And I want to quit and leave. And I was like, no, I'm going to sleep on it and think about it. And then the next morning, I was like, I need someone with a good brain who's not currently like hormonal and on their period who can help me sort out my brain and thoughts on this. And I messaged this derp. And he got to hear all this in text form and again in verbal form.
Yeah. Pretty much.
And he helped me realize like I should take like an indefinite break and
Yeah.
only go to the meetings for like the speeches I have scheduled to help core development out my other club
Mhm.
and to still do all the PR duties because I actually do like the PR stuff.
Right. Like the actual public relations part of the job.
Yeah, because that doesn't exhaust me. I'm just like, ooh, what kind of like clever description can I write for this event? Let's go.
Right.
And yeah, it was really good. And then yes, I messaged. I really did this in a fucked up way. I messaged Michelle that I was taking a break first over Austin.
Hey,
Because I'm
better give
like,
it to the sensible person first.
yeah, she's like, I don't blame you. You have my full support. And I'm just glad that you're not gonna fully leave without
Ditch.
doing speeches. And I was
Right.
like, yeah, I'm not quitting. I'm not gonna do that. And then I messaged Austin, the president, about it. And yeah, that was wild. And then that night it led to us having core exec meeting, and it was so hard. I spent like the rest of that day after I sent that email to Austin going like, Kate, time to turn my brain around for core. I need to go into core with a positive, happy attitude, oh boy,
Right.
so that we can come up with a plan to sort out our shit in this club. And I did it successfully. I came in and even because Austin had tried to call me
Mhm.
before that meeting, I was like, no, I'm not ready.
You will receive a response later.
I will talk to you later, maybe after core if you are up for hearing this. And he's just like, I need to hear it. So yes. I'm like, okay, cool. So
Dun
then
dun
I got
dun.
into core and he was like half expecting me to be like pissy and like cranky. By the
Right.
way, when I got in there, but I was like, hey everyone, how we doing? And then I had a good conversation with like Ken before everything started. So I was like, I'm in a
Mhm.
great mood actually. Ken and I are like vibing right now. And then everybody else came. And I was like, okay, here we go.
I guess we have to do this shit.
Here we are. And I still don't have a name for this cat.
Oh, I don't know why
People have
my
been
mind.
watching me doing this for like 3 minutes.
I don't know why my mind thought mantika. That was weird.
Mantika?
Yeah. Lord.
Mm. Is it bad that I want to make the joke of like Modesto?
Not gonna lie, that's where my mind went. I was like, why am I thinking of Central Valley cities? What the fuck?
Modesto.
Modesta. Yeah. Actually, that'd be a cool name.
He's a great kitty too. It's kind of fun. Let's do it, Modesto.
Just Modesto, just like the city. Sorry, people from Modesto.
Modesto, como este gato. Okay, I'm done.
Oh my god.
Oh god, I'm sleepy.
You went there.
Well, little Modesto, you'll be a good kitty now, okay? Meow. Okay, that was really cute.
Meow, but with a Spanish accent.
Meow.
Meow. That's too much sexy.
Well, I'm sexy kitty.
Sexy gray kitty.
Rizzy, here you are, baby. Okay. Suddenly I just want to talk and not play.
Mood.
Sit in the house for the whole day and do nothing. No, I need to harvest these fucking turnips. Okay. Yeah, it's like horror exec meeting this week was great. I realized I haven't even talked about work yet.
Oh, right.
I got lots to talk about, y'all. Get ready for this shit. You want me to raise animals? Fucking, what do you want from me, Stardew?
I'll be like this. Oh yeah, let's go.
Oh. Should I do the same?
Oop, don't want to crash.
This is too awkward to lean and get to my mic. No, thank you.
Get a boom arm.
Okay. You know how tiny my setup is.
I know, yeah.
No. What the fuck do I need to build a scarecrow with again? I think all these things. No, I don't remember. We'll find a scarecrow? Oh, I don't have the recipe for a scarecrow yet. What the fuck am I doing?
The crow the scares.
Crew.
Oh, I'm about to crash.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry, guys.
Oh man, you are so burpa.
I've been talking to people for hours. And I'm just like feeling all the acid reflux. Ugh. Not a good time. But, where was I? I don't remember. Where was I? Brain.
Core, I think. Ooh.
All right. Okay. So I mean, it went really good. I was talking to everybody about like these are the 2 goals we need to focus on based on the feedback I received from our open house and area director. I was like, what the fuck's her name? With our area director as well, and so we had a good discussion about it, and then we like went all like philosophical for a while, like what's up with like people these days, like since COVID everything has like changed and like all these things, and that people want like quick fast results. So how are we supposed to promote Toastmasters, which is looking for a minimum of 6-month commitment to like people who want like fast results? And I was like, I don't know. I was like listening to all this. Right, it was a good question. And so I was like thinking about it as they were speaking, writing down everything that they were complaining about, basically. And then I had like this realization, like, oh, you guys, I've hit it on the nose a little bit. Toastmasters really focuses on those 4 really large areas that have tons of sub skill sets with them. So of course, Toastmasters is about like developing your public speaking, communication, and leadership skills.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah. But I was just like, wait, you guys are hitting it on the nose though. Like we are focused on public speaking, communication skills, and leadership skills, as well as like building self-confidence. Well, all of those things are very broad in many ways. What if we started to have our meetings themed based on certain skill sets that each aspect focuses on?
Right.
So for example, oh fuck me, I clicked out of the game.
Nice. Nailed it.
Yeah. I was like, so for example, like public speaking, we can talk about anything from like vocal variety, speech pacing, body gestures and body language. We could also include like speech organization, Oh yeah, community centers open now, baby.
Eee.
And we can also talk about other things too, like writing a great introduction to a speech. We could do so many things that like all of the pathway levels teach us, but we do a meeting theme based on it, and then our guests aren't forced to join right away. They can like we can advertise it as a skill set they're going to be learning.
Right.
And so that way they can get that quick skill or that quick gain that people are looking for. All of this led to us talking about creating a package where, oh, okay, stomach, please, it's okay, it's okay. Just rubbing the belly like it's okay, calm down. I'm just talking for a little longer. Um,
We will go gurgle, 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 gurgle,
oh,
gurgle.
so many gurgles,
Aww.
and I'm out of water, like you. Um,
Mood.
yeah. Oh, shit. Ugh, I gotta sit in my chair again. And so it kind of led for us talking about these ideas further. And Marg was really excited. She's like, no, I like that idea. That would be great because then like we advertise the skill and then they stay and we do like a 10-minute segment at the beginning of the meeting where we will kind of do like an educational on it and they get to participate and use that skill right away somehow in that 10 minutes. And then
Ooh.
we have our regular meeting to show them like this is also what you get to do. And Toastmasters if you choose to stay and come in.
Mm-hmm.
Then that conversation led for Ken to come up with a great idea where we come up with a package where we can advertise 9 skills in 9 meetings and they pay like a certain price for those 9 meetings. So they're committed to at least the first 3 months of our club.
Ooh.
And then we charge them enough though that their membership technically would extend to September.
Right.
And so after those 3 months of gaining those skill sets of those 9 skills, they can choose to stay and come back weekly all the way up until September. And if they really enjoy their experience, they can then renew
Mm-hmm.
after that.
Mm.
So we're coming up right now with like the different themes for those 3 months. We're going to start this in March.
Right.
We're going to do a little preview in February. So technically 12 skills is what we're going to focus on. We're going to advertise it right away while if Austin can do his fucking job.
Okay.
Said that real quiet. Like, if Austin can do his fucking job, that'd be great. And so this weekend, I'm actually going to be taking the time to go through everybody's ideas because, like, Marvin kind of been sending me ideas like nonstop for 2 days
Right.
since our core meeting, which is great to see both of like our old members or like not old, sorry, experienced members.
Old.
Don't show anyone this fucking clip.
Old.
Old. Seeing them get really excited and engaged with this idea has like been amazing for me because I'm like, I finally did it. As president, I finally fucking did it, you know?
Hey.
So this weekend I'm gonna take the time because they wrote really long themes, and I was like, guys, please, we need to have short, succinct themes. So I'm gonna go through all the suggestions they made and make them more succinct and see if we can combine any of them.
Right.
Have the 9 established for the program and then the 3 for the preview.
Dang.
And like do this shit.
Like we got let's go.
Yeah. So real exciting to have this like super like 180 in a Toastmasters experience
Right.
basically.
That's crazy. That's like a good start, really.
Yeah, so like now I'm like much more focused on core and like taking a break from Northern Lights, which is great. Yeah, after core though sucked. Because after we had that really awesome engaging meeting
Mm-hmm.
and having like a good idea and plans set, I had to stay back and talk to Austin about taking a break from Northern
Oh man.
Lights. That sucked. As I was telling him and trying to explain myself to him, at first he came in going like, at first I want to apologize because all of the stuff that you expressed in your email was like my fault. I'm like, no, it's not. It's not all your fault. Okay, man, please chill. Please. Please don't jump that way and straight into that kind of level of negativity. We don't need this. Oh, good. Alex did not see me pick the garbage. Picky,
Picky. Kidding.
picky. The garbage ain't giving me nothing. Nothing good. But anyway, so yeah, we stayed behind, and so I had to explain to him everything that I wrote in that email over to him again. explain how it's just multiple aspects. It's not just him who let me down in that exec meeting, and like in every meeting since then, it wasn't just him.
Right.
It was like the comments Mikey was making. It was the fact that people wanted me to do more than I already freaking am. And it's the fact that there's no appreciation. Instead, it's like do, 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 and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of like re-explaining a lot of those things and just the anger I felt, the comments being made about my sister, and just like all of that bubbling up, basically.
Right.
And so he finally kind of got it. He's just like, it's the larger picture of like the lack of member engagement, doing double duty, triple duty sometimes for meetings when it comes to roles, always promoting things, always sharing things, working real hard in PR, and then having people turn around and question how much I'm doing because of all the things I'm not doing
Mm-hmm.
compared to what people did last year.
Damn. I know. Just like knowing how management was like last year, which is like a blast. Stressful, but a blast. Now it's just like, wah.
Mm-hmm. It's falling apart. And so he told me in that meeting too, by the way, that he's just like, hey, I understand. I fully accept your break and the terms of your break, and I'm glad you're compromising and not leaving us. And I was like, yeah, no, this is not me quitting. It's me needing a break.
Right.
And like, you're still gonna see me around every week in some capacity, whether it's online doing this social media promotion or occasionally attending online for a speech. He's like, that's true, that's true. Are any of those speeches for Northern Lights though? I'm like, no. All of the speeches that I'm doing is for fucking like core. Technically, to get those levels done, I have those little like check marks at the end of the year as DCP
Right.
points. So yeah, that happened, and then like it sucked though because he was like sitting up all like nice and proper in his chair, like being Mr.
Right.
President. But then as like reality was hitting him about how much has failed this year, he just kept sinking in his chair, and it made me feel real bad.
Aww.
No, it shouldn't, because like this, my feelings and everything is valid too. But I was just like, I don't like seeing Austin like this.
It's like, oh no, he's slouching. Fuck.
Slouching. And
But at
then
the
he's
same,
down to the. Hmm.
I was about to say, but at the same time, it's like, in ways, it's kind of what he gets. It's really the pill to swallow. That it's just it's what happens when you're not in tune with things. Things happen like this, and it's just
Hmm.
goes downhill from there.
Yeah, and then he said to me Tuesday night that he would give Michelle a call as well, because like he's like, I didn't realize the extent to her anger until last night, and then hearing you talk about it again, I didn't realize. And I was like, you should have fucking realized. Are you kidding me? I was like, Austin, please,
Right.
come on, dude. So he's like, yeah, I'm gonna give Michelle a call, make sure she's all right, and check in on her too. And I was like, you better. It's
Before.
like she's real upset. And then like I found out today on Friday. So that was like all Wednesday night.
Right.
He never called her.
Oh
Never
jeez.
checked in with her, and it led to her going like, I quit. Or I'm taking a full break from all of February off.
Right.
Because I don't like any of the environment or the vibes here anymore.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's not as fun as it used to be, sort of thing.
Yeah. It's not the same as last year. Let me see here. 369, 12, 15. Do I want jazz seeds too? Fuck it, let's go. Let's go. Okay. Go to plant more seeds. And so yeah, like Toastmasters this week has been a roller coaster, complete
Mhm.
crazy roller coaster. And it sucks because like one thing be so bad and then all of a sudden like the next day be so good.
Right.
It's going back to being so bad. It's wild.
It's always a roller coaster.
Really is. Work's been great. I kind of did a new schedule-ish this week.
Oh. Oh,
Tried it
sorry,
out.
car.
where I did 8 to 12 and then 1 to 5 on both Monday and Tuesday.
Dang.
And then I did a 9 to 1 on Wednesday because then I had D&D at 1.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it was good. I actually kind of really like that schedule because like I only can work 20 hours a week when it comes to
Right.
talk-based curriculum coach work.
Right.
And so that's how I did the 20 hours. So 8, 8, 4.
That's a way to do it.
Yeah, and like I really like that system, but I can tell you like by the end of like Tuesday, like I can tell like 3:30 was hitting, and I was like, oh boy, I'm starting to
I'm
lose the
tired.
focus. I'm not, no.
Right.
And then like Wednesday came and I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore, but I did,
It was
of
like,
course.
and I just powered on for the 20 hours. All
Powered
20
on
in.
through. Yeah, I got all 20 hours done. I think I have to actually clock the last hour of this week because I don't think I did. Because I had to do an hour of work today, technically.
Oh.
Because I only did, oh God, works. I only did 9 to 12, technically. And then I was going to do 1 hour to, like, last night, I think. Oh, yeah, because I was
Right.
going to do an observation of the class. But the coach never got back to me, never sent me the Zoom link, no nothing. So I didn't get to go.
Oh.
Which is unfortunate. So I had to do like 1 hour of curriculum work, so I have to quickly log that in
Right.
eventually. But yeah. But yeah, so that was great work there. I have also been struggling a lot, technically, like health-wise-ish lately.
Mm-hmm.
Because like last week I think I told people that like I hate being like having PCOS and having my
Yep.
period, blah blah blah.
Yep.
Well, because of PCOS, guess who still has it and has been suffering.
Going on. Keep it on, sort of thing.
Ah, honks. Who should I give a gift to? Should I give a salad to Leah, a beer to Pam, or a pizza to what's his name? Shane.
I don't know why pizza to Shane sounds right.
Cool. We're doing it. We're doing it. Come here, Shane. Let's be friends. Oh wow, Lupe. How did you know this was my favorite?
Shane and Lupe.
The hottest couple in Stardew Valley.
Shane and Lupe.
The Lupe. Have I met everybody yet? I think I did. I did. I met everybody in the valley. Sweet.
Hey.
Sweet. So yeah, that's been good. So then unfortunately though, because of like the whole woman thing,
Right.
I have been like every time I'm like ready to go back to subbing and getting into the classroom again, I literally every morning since this has been going on,
Mm-hmm.
I wake up to like the worst pain, like kind of down there.
Oh, jeez.
The worst pain and the worst like stomach aches.
Right.
So it just sucks. I'm just like, I want to feel normal again. Please come on, birth
Oh.
control. Kick the fuck in. And like get rid of this, please. So hopefully soon we'll be gone. But yeah, it's just been shitty because like I don't want to go to school like in this state, you know,
Right.
and like not be a good teacher. So I haven't been going, and
Oh.
it sucks. It really do suck.
So I wonder how teachers have dealt with it.
Like mine's just an extreme case, right? Because of
Right.
PCOS, and like I'm just getting back on my medication, so like that's why
Mm-hmm.
it's quite rough. But other teachers just like plow through, can pop a couple Advils and go. Whereas for me, it's like I could do that, but then by lunch I'm dead again.
It's like I can't pop more Advils, otherwise I'm dead. Sort of thing. Oh, I'm
But
speeding.
speaking of like being a good person doing prescription stuff, I'm gonna get some water real quick and take care of that prescription
No
stuff.
worries. I just didn't do it. I just totally didn't do a speed run
Speedrun?
across Bakersfield or speeding across Bakersfield.
Oh my goodness.
I just
Well,
kept
yeah.
going fast,
I'll be right back
fast,
because then like we're gonna
fast.
end this whole update thing with the good news with me.
Hey, all right, no worries.
So yeah, I'm gonna keep unmuted as well, even though I don't have my headset.
No worries, no worries. Yeah, and then for those who doesn't know, what happened just about like the past 20, 30 minutes ago, where I didn't have a game for about like 10 minutes, I decided to get the Montana and the Texas map. As you could tell, we got Le Texas over here. This is where I'm gonna head first. Texas is huge, by the way. This is the most amount of map I've ever seen. Probably outside of maybe California. California has some good updates. Ooh, there is like actually a lot of updates. And then I also got Montana. Doesn't look like there's a lot, but there's still a lot of highways. I always wanted to drive across Montana, go through Bozeman, all that stuff. Hopefully we get South Dakota open eventually so we could see Mount Rushmore. I believe that's maybe Rushmore. I don't think so. But yeah, we do have this to go through, and there's also a couple more cities around, like because of like the updates, they decided to open up more highways and all that stuff. So hopefully one day we'll get up back to the northwest to explore some of these things. There's a lot of stuff that I realized I haven't explored. A lot of new cities being opened up because they've always been updating this map on a constant basis. Ooh, this must be a nice drive. I've done this drive before. This is pretty. Oh yeah, I need to do this drive up to
You know what I
through NorCal.
realized?
What's up?
You forgot one really big update
Did I?
that we sorted last night.
We'll get through your update. We'll talk about that one.
Okay, well, I need to take pills, so that was my hint of like, maybe talk about it now.
Yeah. Ah, man, I don't want to push it to an aside, but I guess we can.
No,
Okay.
wait, it's fine. I'll just like pop open all this and swallow it quick.
I'd be like,
Although one of these is pretty big pills.
oh shit. But no, like the reason why I went like off the game for like 20, 30 minutes because I did buy the Montana Texas expansion. I realized Texas literally go big or go home, and holy shit, this map is huge.
Oh wow.
Like Texas has every little single road that you could probably imagine to go through.
Oh boy.
I probably could get all the way down to Temple. No, not really, but close to Temple.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I've been on this road before, high up on the street. Okay, I should not sing that song.
Well, okay, one more pill.
Look at this highway. What the fuck is this? Oh my god, this is Texas roads. Holy shit. With them side roads and their big roads and their fuck all roads.
Nasty.
And then eventually in the future, Oklahoma will open up, and then we can drive to Oklahoma. The Okies.
Okay. Well, back to updates. So good news update, right?
Yeah.
Well, so this was at the end of summer last year that I had an opportunity. Oh god, come on, Belly. Please don't be a Belchie right now. It's good newsies.
Not Belchies.
I know. But I don't know if I told you this. This has been a while. It's been like a long, long time.
Hey, is this September? Or September?
More like
summer.
August-ish.
Yeah.
Well, you don't know what I'm talking about yet. So
No,
hang on tight, friends. What am I gonna do on the Stardew Valley Day? I guess. Hello. I don't know.
Oh.
I guess I can go visit the community center and drop off some of this bullshit. Do this, do
man,
this.
I love dropping off some bullshit in the community.
Hell yeah, baby. Where's this? There we go. Okay, my whole inventory is all for the community center. Let's go.
Woohoo!
So back at the end of the summer-ish last year, never forget your past. Hello, never. Dragyn, guess what? What? Tell me, what? I don't know what's wrong with me. But anyway, I had applied to Rolling Tales to be a dungeon master.
Oh, okay.
But then they went through like 8 months of renovation plus a break-in.
Oh, jeez.
And yeah. And so they had a lot of delay, but Sylvia reached out to me and asked me to be dungeon master again.
Ooh.
Asked me for my availability and if I would be interested again. Yeah, baby.
Nice.
Exactly. And so, yeah. And wait, never. So I had a random intrusive intensive thought happen and I kind of need the answer. Oh, it has to do with D&D, so this works. Ooh, okay. Let's go. Quiz me on my D&D skills. I'm ready.
Dendies, let's go.
So, like, if a cleric blesses the rain from a rainstorm, does that water from said storm become holy water? And if it does, would it kill a vampire or vampires instantly?
Ooh, good question.
Interesting. So I've had this like question a couple times because like my one group of kiddos that I'm teaching on on Thursday nights, both of them were thinking to do the same thing because both of them are druids and want to make it rain, and then they have befriended a cleric in the campaign to be a blessing. So how I rule it basically, it depends on the cleric's religion check. If the cleric can roll high enough on the religion check to really bless all of that rainwater falling from the sky, I'll allow it. And I would set the DC as something like pretty high, like 18, 19, 20. Oh, if the DC is 20, so then I would allow it. Natural
Mm-hmm.
20, I would allow it. Absolutely. But if it doesn't beat the DC, if it is like 19 or lower, no, don't work.
Real
That's
ass
how
you
I
have
would
to be.
roll
You gotta be really high. Yeah,
it.
because I don't.
It's got to be a real high check. And also it depends. Like if they're in Barovia, for example, for Curse of Strahd, religion and gods have no effect in that area. Unless by random chance rolls, which the DM gets to roll. So it really depends on if the gods are present and can break through Strahd's curse or not.
I can break free. Anyways,
I wanna break free.
it's okay. I had that song and I was like, it's raining man.
I
Hallelujah. That's where my mind
wanna
went.
break free, 'cause it's raining men.
Hallelujah. Anyways.
Not that I have that ability with either of my characters. Fair, valid. I had a cleric in a Curse of Strahd campaign dealing with vampires, and it was always a no. Or maybe I just didn't have the brain power to ask Crumpler if I could do that. Maybe I should message Crumpler years later now, after my character's been long gone from his campaign, and be like, Crumpler,
I got a question for you.
can I make Holy Rain? Actually, he has a homebrewed spell called Holy Rain that I used.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. That was great.
What?
That was wonderful. Oh, unless I take a couple levels in cleric, be a holy assassin. Oh my god. Terrifying. Terrifying. A holy assassin. Yeah, I kill people for the sake of God.
For the sake
I,
of
I have the
God.
power of God and anime on my side.
Now that's a power. Papa, come back.
Oh my god.
Literally.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious. But yeah, so I replied back to Sylvia, and I could be becoming a part-time dungeon master
Ooh,
at Rolling
nice.
Tales in the next little while. Boop, 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 boop.
Nice, nice.
And I also reached out to the Pride Center again to see if I can run sessions for them as well.
Dang.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So some real good things in the works. Becoming a professional paid dungeon master for children's. I love it.
Cool. That's pretty
I
cool.
know. I know. Time to queer up my D&D sessions even more. Oh, I have not told. Well, okay, I don't think any of you have access to my D&D party that I DM on Friday nights, and my sister's asleep, so I can fucking tell you guys this. I have changed Strahd to be like a gay drag man.
Oh no.
Yeah, he's a drag vampire, and I fucking love it.
Like, oh my god. Sorry.
Yeah.
This is where my mind went when it's if we say drag. I'm just like, oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. And it sucks because like none of them want to go to the castle for like dinner with him, even though he's invited them like real
Right.
nicely. Because I'm like, man, I want it to be a fucking hella awesome,
Sexy
creepy drag performance.
Have
They
sexy
fucking
time with
watch
Strahd.
this year. No, no, no. He's like, you can look, no touch.
Fathom in my gloriness as a vampire.
Yeah, I was honestly thinking of having it being like, I'm too sexy for my shirt.
I'm too sexy for my shirt. Too sexy for my shirt.
So sexy, it hurts like the sun. Okay.
And then
I
cast the
almost told them
sunspell.
just to kill them and do it all over again. Oh, torture. Never. I would think that would be classified as torture. But torture is valid in D&D. Why am I saying this? Oh no. To be fair,
Damn.
I let my kids commit war crimes lately, so
That's the way to do it.
yeah. To be fair, they were in a war, so naturally war crimes happen. So I feel like that's fine.
Yeah.
Could you imagine Phoenix doing that with our group? Oh God. The latest would be pissed. Never. I think we would break Nightshade too much between you and I if we did that. I already break him enough with Yuri, my little tabaxi cat. I think having two of us be little shitheads will be like, I'm done. Y'all can
I
find
don't
your
need
way
more.
to Oast later, or Coast later.
It's
You on
like
your own. I'm done.
I don't need more shitheads in my life. Get out.
Yeah,
Oh
because
my
he's like this
god,
big,
these
like
traffics. Woohoo!
he's like this big Goliath, like barbarian man who just like doesn't give a fuck. And then there's us going like, yeah, so people are looking at me funny as like a walking, talking cat. So I'm gonna pretend to be a pet cat and go on all fours, and I can mimic sounds and speech very well, so I know how a cat sounds.
Ding.
And Nightshade was so pissed. He was so pissed. He was like, "You're fucking kidding me, right?" I'm like, "No, no, that's Yuri. That's what she's doing. She's disguising herself as like your war cat." And like Uranos last name is just like war cat. Yes, you're just a simple four-legged war cat. I'm like, yeah.
Four-legged workout. What the fuck?
hmm I mean, he did get defeated by a door. True. We're not gonna let him live that down.
How does one get defeated by a door?
Okay, to be fair, Yuri's fault. Let's be honest. Oh yeah, we have a little pet dragon too, Crisper. Although Crisper big boy now. I think he got bigger in the last level up. But so he had to do like a strength check, I guess, to kind of
Mm-hmm.
like break through this door because like Never's character and mine can't do it.
Right.
We have -1 in strength. We were not doing
Yeah, 'cause you ain't pushing.
we weren't doing shit. So literally I made like Never go get like our strong barbarian boy, be like, hey, we need help. And so he came and then he didn't roll high enough either.
Yikes. It's like, well, we're stuck in here.
It was wonderful. I had a great time laughing at that. Oh, just wait until you learn until I'm able to learn how to ride Crisper. Ooh, that'd be badass. A ranger riding on a dragon. I love it. Also, I'm very sorry that I'm so burpy.
So, Balchai.
No, I'm suffering.
Oh.
I have hiccups.
Not the hiccups.
So yeah, he couldn't really roll high enough to really defeat the door. Poor Nightshade. To be fair though, everybody's dice rolls were absolutely garbage. Ugh. That time. It's funny. Have they changed the bundles on me again? Please don't. Oh, they did. What? Oh well. Anyway. You did accidentally unlock the said door. It's true. So he failed to push the door open, and then like Yuri got all like pouty because she's like, "Look, I was smart. I didn't try to go ahead without you. We didn't blast any doors open, and like you're all cranky about Yuri and her decision making. Fuck this!" And she went and sat down on a crate, and underneath the crate was the like trapdoor button to open the door.
Oh my god.
And like, I guess Uranos' point, I was just like, to be fair, I was like, Uranos, though, I was investigating. And he's just like, yes, you were investigating the wall for traps, not the crate. There is some truth to that. Yuri's done some pretty crazy shit. She did a huge wolf spirit that gave her the power of invisibility, which is probably a stupid thing for the wolf to do, but it's fine.
Damn.
And she's also befriended a demon of the eighth hell, circle of hell.
Holy shit.
Yep, it's a big deal. Befriended a demon. It's normal, right?
It's normal. Always.
Totally normal. She's also found out a lot of secret shit that she probably shouldn't have known about, but it's fine. Yeah, that's what Never was saying. She's like, the rolls were so bad, I had to make a deal with the DM to take disadvantage whenever he chooses, just so I can get past and get a success. Donate to museum, please. Look at my crystal. Look at my fossil. Yeah. Whereas my dice rolls were pretty average the entire session, with like 2 nat 20s though, which is nice. I've done a lot on the Stardew Valley Day, but I feel like I haven't done
Anything?
enough. Yeah. Burpees. And yay, I got garbage and garbage. Ooh.
Garbage.
Aw. Yeah. So yeah, that's like the good news. It's like I'm gonna get like another paid dungeon mastering experience.
Yeah, nice. That's cool. Man, you really have a lot of avenues for dungeon, for D&D. Like paid D&D stuff.
I am like teaching online classes and getting paid for it with like dungeon mastering, Pride Center, doing like workshops with them every once in a while, and then like yeah, doing the same thing with like Rolling Tales.
Dang, look at that.
No.
It's insane. That's amazing, actually.
Okay.
Oh my god, is this drive really that long? Oh my god, this drive is really that long.
It's so tempting to like to be like a third DM on Wednesdays for like everybody. Like in like Lourdes' server. Just be like Yardos, Nightshade, me. Yardos, Nightshade, me. Yardos, Nightshade, me. Because no, like Never probably is hearing me talk about all these like amazing like paid dungeon mastering D&D experiences, but has never experienced me dungeon mastering her. So yeah. I'll tell stories.
You got stories.
I got stories for days.
You do.
Yeah. I guess that's everything from me, I think. Oh, I got some family stuff, but I kind of don't want to share that.
I mean, that's fair. Like,
Because I got some news about stuff lately, so.
oh, right. Okay. You could always share that personally with me, I guess. As always.
It's a little bit of a personal thing. Don't take it personally, everybody.
Don't take it personally. That's a bad laugh, and I know it. But yeah, I guess forgot one thing. Definitely did forget that one thing. So I did talk about last week in terms of like what's planned for last week, as well as year in review 2022 of what I want to do in 2023, because I'm not really planning to do a lot of big trips because I went to the Philippines just this past year, like late last year. So like big trips, like trans-Pacific trips, like saying because we were planning to do Japan, but I think we're gonna cancel off Japan for next year because even though they're open, it's just too soon of a time to actually really plan it. So we want to plan it more properly late in the new year, in the next year. And I'm not planning to travel really that far per se. With that said, my main plan was to expand more on conventions, because last year I went to a couple in 2022, and it's re-sparked my interest to go back to anime conventions once again. Last year I went to Fanime, SAC Anime, and technically this year I've already went to my first anime convention in SoCal for Anime Impulse. So I was planning for more. And what I realize is that many of the really big ones, or some of the ones I want to go to, what a bitch. Most of the ones that I want to go to is actually around in April,
Wow.
July. Wow.
That's it. Dude, no, I don't think so.
In July. I don't know why I thought April. I don't know where where the letter A came from in my head, but it apparently came. But no. Many of them were in July. So
Cool.
Anime Expo is going to be July 1st to 4th. Animeathon would be 14 to 16. And apparently there's going to be another Anime Impulse in the Bay Area 28 to 30. I believe that's the weekend. They all should be weekends.
Yay. Sorry. Good.
So, like, we have that, and then I'm also convincing friends and coworkers to join for Fanime in San Jose for the 3-day weekend in Memorial Day weekend. And then I think a couple coworkers who been to New York wants to go to Anime NYC in November. So a lot of conventions, and I will see what kind of conventions I can sneak my way into if I can. But there is there's one upcoming convention that I know I'm confirmed, and it's going to be. Drum roll, please. Oh shit! There we go. I'm going to Edmonton, so I'm going to be going to the Animeathon between July's 14th through 16th. I'm also going to be there a day before and a day after for her, just to for me to get Thursday's going to definitely be my travel day. Going there, and then we'll see what kind of things we can do probably on a Thursday night. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we're going to try to do a full 3-day sort of thing, but we'll see what other stuff we'll be doing as well. And then Monday, I actually have one extra day just to, relax, if not explore more of Edmonton on a weekday. And then Tuesday morning, I am flying back to San Francisco. So luckily, I managed to snag a pretty decent deal on flights, which are give me enough leeway. I will be selecting my seats here real soon, just to ensure myself that I have seats that are okay and comfortable for the 2.5-hour jaunt up to Edmonton, which apparently that is how long it takes for a non-stop flight. 2.5 to 3 hours. So I'm going to be preparing for all that, and then we've also confirmed a hotel in the downtown area as well, which was also for a really good price. So pretty much we're already set for the most part. It's just a matter for me to get those days off, which shouldn't be too hard, and I should be able to accumulate my hours pretty quickly here, since I still got a whole another 6 months to earn it.
Nether. Oh my god, sorry. Never is going to Anime Detour in Minneapolis.
Ooh.
Yeah, and so the Animeathon that he's talking about, which I honestly wasn't listening because I was muting to talk to Never about vampire fucking theories and D&D. Animeathon is based here in my city in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. So, Les Therapy coming up to see me again.
I am, and definitely for an occasion this time. The first time at least was visiting her after so long, and finally visiting Canada properly. This time it's gonna be gonna go for an anime convention. It'll be our first duo anime convention. So for those who are coming to Edmonton, feel free, come say hi and all that stuff. Again, it's still another 6 months away, or a little less than 6 months away now. But yeah, that is going to be my first confirmed.
It's still January, my dude. So
I know we got a couple of days until January ends, and we get into our second month of February. But yeah,
I'm going as Nines. I don't know what Nines is, or 9S. I don't know what that is, but I'm really glad you're excited for your anime thing.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
We're not cosplaying, are we?
No, I don't think we are. I mean, I have Demon Slayer little thingies, but I could wear. But I either wear it or don't. But I don't take cosplay too seriously, unfortunately. I wanted to, but it's a whole nother realm for that.
Get your passport, Never, and come.
Ooh, yes, 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 yes.
Everybody come to my little part of Canada, please.
It's not even little, it's huge. Relatively. Actually, no, yeah, it is huge.
Edmonton isn't super huge. It just feels huge because
It
it's so
just,
flat and spread out.
it's spread out, yeah.
And it's not a busing, well, I mean, it's a busing city, but also not a busing city.
Oh my god, I get to see Edmonton without looking too gray.
That's
Sorry.
true. You get to see it green.
I get to see it green and actually lively. Hopefully. Pending storms.
Never. I don't even have money for groceries this weekend, so I can't help you with your passport fees.
Oh.
Bro, I don't have money for groceries. I have to live off of rice and veggies, oatmeal, noodles, and mac and cheese until I can get paid.
Oh man.
Although I guess I think I have enough pierogies. I think I have like 2 samosas, 2 spring rolls, and some pierogies left, so I can just like get a weird Ukrainian Asian mix.
Just get my system in there with food. That kind of food. But yeah, so that's like technically it's my first confirmed so far.
Because you got it all taken care of last night with me.
I did. Surprisingly, I was really just looking at prices for like hotels and whatnot just to see what they're like and all that stuff. And then after that, I decided to look at the flights. I'm just like, wait, that's actually a really decent price. And then so I'm just like, wait, hold on. I have to get this now before this actually goes up because I don't have a lot of points to work with. I will get this right now. And so I did, and then we worked of trying to figure out where to stay for hotel, and we did that, and then I bought my 3-day pass. So by the way, I bought the flight, I got the flight, I got the hotel room, but did not buy my pass until after doing those two.
Yeah, you literally kind of went in reverse a little bit.
I did, but honestly, that's like I feel like yeah, it really is not the way to confirm shit.
Yeah, I guess there's like no real like tried and true method of confirming stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, hi Clint. What the fuck do you want?
But like the one good thing is like I do have some flexibility in terms of that, so just in case, push comes to shove, knock on wood, right? I do have flexibility on both my flight and the hotel room. But I do hope I mean I still have an active passport, so I do hope I will be able to go there for Animathon that weekend.
You better be.
Visit Canada in general. I want to go back.
Your passport better be good, bro.
Oh, 2026. I'm good.
Oh, mine's 2025.
Yeah. I know I have to renew that soon, which also thank you for reminding me. I have to renew my California ID. I got like 2 months. I just finally got the letter.
I have until my
for
birthday.
Same. I have until my birthday as well. I'm just like, oh, yeah, I need to renew this. I'm going to renew it. And I don't think I want to spend the time to get real ID because I already have a passport. So I'm just like, just like the little fancy requirement that US requires. If you want to fly domestically, but it's like, I just carry my passport.
Good night, Never. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me. I really appreciate it.
Good night. Have a great night. Have a good weekend.
I'll see you Wednesday for D&D.
Nice.
D&D.
But yeah, so that's going to be like, I realize it's like my first convention for like planning out for this year, because technically Anime Impulse was planned out 2022, but it's my very first convention overall of 2023. But that is first confirmed, and then now I'm trying to kind of plan out for Fanime. I know Bananyaba Tishibana wants to go to Anime Expo as well, so that's going to be interesting. It's going to be a lot, and I'm going to start like figuring out how to plan for all this stuff, just be able to recuperate as much as I can and whatnot. But it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna like try to save as much as I can in a way for July, even though most likely everything's gonna go on a credit card. But it's always good to at least have that backup money just in case if you need to use it.
You can't get off of my seeds, please. Thank you. Yeah. Silly Modesto.
I forgot the cat's name, Modesto. Still,
I mean, it's always gonna be named that now.
I know it's a good name. It's a funny
Siempre
good
tu
name.
nombre es
Modesto.
Modesto. Es muy cómico. Muy cómico. Very silly kitty. Did I water you? I did.
The kitty?
I put water in his dish.
I was like, damn, I'm giving Modesto a bath. Sheesh.
Kitty get wet.
You get wet.
Scarecrow finally made one. Okay. Get all this shit back in here. Put the scarecrow aquí.
A key? I love it.
I don't know what scarecrow is in Spanish. I don't remember.
What's crow in Spanish?
You know what bird is in Spanish? Pájaro. But that's it.
Pájaro.
Oh, I don't know what to do on the Stardew Valley day. Kitty cat, you pee on my crops. I swear.
Modesto piece on your shit.
Damn it.
Yeah, so that's what's gonna be happening. Yeah, I'm gonna
So
see how
excited.
July is gonna pan out. But definitely, I'm excited to go to Canada again. This year, definitely will make my way down that way. I can also try to see if I could plan for Anime Expo. Anime Expo is gonna be one hell of a logistical nightmare because they just ran out of their hotel blocks after just releasing it the same on one day. Like, I checked literally 8 hours when the hotel blocks came out and they're all gone. So I'm just like, okay, if my friends want to go, we're gonna find an Airbnb and figure out how the fuck we're gonna do this shit. But I do want experience AX with my friends if we can actually plan it out. So hopefully I'll get to talk with them sometime soon about that. Fanime is of the same thing, but at least it's pretty regional.
Are all of these again?
The what?
When are all of these again? So I know mine is 14th to 16th.
Yeah, Anime Expo is July 1 to 4. And then Fanime is the Memorial Day weekend, which is the last weekend of May, which I believe is 26 to 29 of May.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get 1 weekend off?
I believe so. I have one gap weekend to just recover and all that stuff, and then I'm gonna be going back out again, sort of thing.
Damn, bro.
Luckily, from what I understand, it is a dead period for. From what I recall, last year it is a dead period for us in July. Tickets are coming few and far between, even though we're preparing for a new version. But we usually don't release the new version as much that yet. Just announcing stuff. So the main things we just fix up is any residual problems that comes about on people's databases and whatnot. So I should be able to get those days off because most likely, if I do go to AX, I only have to request Monday off because the July 4th Independence Day for America is on a Tuesday, and I don't think they honor the Monday per se at my job, only Tuesday. So I would have to take Monday off, and then most likely on the 4th I'm going to be flying back because I believe, most likely I'll just fly back at the nighttime and then go straight to work because it's all in the same time zone, so it should be not too much of a problem.
A lot of jet lag when you came back from Canada?
No, not really. It was only an hour difference, so it's I'd be my time would be shifted an hour, but it's nothing too crazy really.
I remember if I felt that way from California, but it was 8 years ago almost now.
I remember you. I think I remember you commenting of just having a slight annoyance of jet lag.
Probably,
because
but I'm good with sleep.
Right. Yeah, for me, I was pretty comfortable sleeping at your time because it's oh, okay, it's I get to sleep an hour earlier. What the fuck? Let's go. And I get to wake up an hour earlier, and it's actually sunrise. Let's go. Sort of thing.
Hour later, right?
Hour later, yeah.
I was wait, what? How are you?
Oh, no, hour early. Yeah, hour later. My bad. Well, because Well, because in my head, it's like, say if it's 10 p.m. there, right? It's like, oh shoot, it's like an hour earlier for me if I went to sleep, sort of thing. Or like, say 12 midnight, it's like
Oh,
11 p.m. It's like,
okay.
oh, I get to sleep like relatively an hour earlier, and I wake up relatively an hour earlier, relative
Mm-hmm.
to PST, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I realize it's like, yeah, you're right. That doesn't make sense. No, no, no. I realized how I reasoned it. I just didn't explain it greatly, as of course. Um, and then coming back, it wasn't too bad because it's like, oh hey, I have an extra an hour to do some stuff,
Fair.
and then I was able to like conform pretty fast with an hour. The only thing I'm gonna find interesting is if when I do go to New York, um, I have a
Mm.
feeling that I'm not gonna be going to New York with the family in May. Only because I have no idea when my mom is going to be going for the wedding. Because through to some family events with I think it's my mom's, because it's my mom's cousin who's getting the proper marriage. Like they already had the silver marriage, but now they're gonna do the proper ceremony, right? But
Sure. You're
like the
talking to someone
grand.
who's never been married.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that's fair. I've been to a few marriages already. Many
Mm-hmm.
civil ones, but like I haven't been to like the really big grand
Oh,
one
I
of
keep
like,
hearing silver, like, never, so that's why I was
oh,
confused. Like
civil. Sorry.
25th anniversary. I was like, wait, what? Now they're doing proper marriage? I thought that wasn't that right.
No, no, no. Civil. Sorry.
Then I also heard Silva, and I was like, are you watching Darcy and Stacy Silva
Oh
too?
my
And I was like,
god.
okay, I need to go to sleep.
But yeah, like, but unfortunately, due to like their family circumstances, unfortunately, someone did pass away. Um, during the holidays. Or actually right after the holidays, while we're in the Philippines. Um, there could be some um, reconsideration as to when they're gonna have the wedding, but it all depends as like how much has already been planned, sort of thing. Because I believe they planned it to do it in 2020 or 2020, no 2021, but COVID was still a thing, and so they rescheduled 2 years later for 2023. But then because of this, they are unsure if they want to still perform it. Um, in terms of that, it's like we don't know like what weekend is the wedding really gonna happen. So we're gonna be sure that once um, that is available, we'll be able to book her ticket. And because of that, it's like I think it's just gonna be too much to try to do a trip to New York in May, and then do that. It's gonna be a lot of planning, sort of thing. So at least that keeps my at least the one good thing is that keeps my vacation hours my vacation hours will continue to accumulate for all the trips in July, basically. Uh,
Hmm.
um, yeah, because I think I'm most likely not going to be taking much of vacation until about May when Fanime rolls around. Um, maybe like short weekend trips, but nothing too crazy that I would have to take an extra day off. I'm hoping I'm not going to do that. I would rather get back onto work and just like, build up those hours and all that stuff. And then May, most likely I'll just take like probably a PTO, like half day PTO or a sick day, to just prepare, just like rest and prepare for that weekend. And then June, I don't believe I'm doing anything per se, and then July is going to be the big month for me of traveling. And then August, September, October, I believe I won't be doing too much. And in November, if if my coworker still plans to go to Anime NYC, we will plan those flights and tickets too. I just need to know when during November. Hopefully, it's not right after Thanksgiving or something. Otherwise, it's gonna be a bitch. But we'll see. um, but mainly, those are gonna be my travels. I don't plan on traveling anywhere too far outside of just doing conventions. I don't know. It'd be cool to do other conventions as well, but yeah, it's kind of I'm really focusing on like whatever I can meet with friends, or for the most part. Um, I only made the exception for Anime Impulse too because VTubers. Um, but pretty much for every other convention, I'm gonna be trying to connect with friends and just have a fun time, a fun weekend sort of thing. It's like if people go to like Las Vegas with friends for the weekend, it's kind of like the same thing if you think about it. Speaking of like Vegas, I know my friend Tony and like his group who plays a lot of Final Fantasy apparently is going to be trying to get to Vegas because there's I believe a convention based on a lot on Final Fantasy. It was a convention or a concert, I can't remember.
Mm-hmm.
But it was occurring in Las Vegas and they're trying to plan that out, and I believe that's occurring also in July or was it June? I can't remember.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oh, did I wake you up, kitty cat? Sorry.
I guess like the one thing that I could could put in my head or like have in mind is TwitchCon maybe, but I would need to know who's going to TwitchCon to warrant a trip down to San Diego. I believe it's still going to be in San Diego this year.
Lame.
I kind of wish they're going to pop it up to NorCal again.
Yeah.
Because they tried to alternate it before with like San Diego, NorCal, San Diego, NorCal sort of thing. Like I think the last time they had in NorCal was I think 2018 in San Jose, which is one that I wanted to go to, but I was working during that time, and I was just like, well, so much for going to TwitchCon. I did not want to. Oop! I ran red light. But I did not want to risk it. So actually, I'm curious. Where is? Come on, keyboard, please work. I could see if the red light's gonna come through. Or green light's gonna come through. TwitchCon 2023. Still gonna be in San Diego, I think. Oh no, we don't know yet. Okay. Please be in NorCal. Then I'll actually think about doing TwitchCon. Well, if it's going to be NorCal, I'll definitely do TwitchCon. Since it's going to be local.
Nice. Because that's usually what, August?
October.
Oh, October.
Yeah. August, I believe, is Crunchyroll Expo. And Crunchyroll Expo has become a convention that's been too corporate, I think, rather than focusing more on community. Because many anime conventions are usually community. Crunchyroll Expo is usually the exception. And at least from what I've experienced, it's like it's very heavily corporate. So like some things are like unless you're there to like view actual panels and interviews and all that stuff, it may not be worth it. And it was really expensive this past year. I think it was like $130, which is roughly $10 less than a 4-day pass to Anime Expo, which is one of the biggest anime conventions in America. So it's like I don't know if that's going to be like worth to go to Crunchyroll Expo, but usually that occurs in August.
Oh, Michelle. Sorry.
I guess like the only other intermediary conventions that I have in mind are also SAC Anime, which usually happens on the Labor Day weekend, but it all depends on how many people are tapped out at that point. If anyone is going to like a convention in August. It'll probably be cool to go to SAC Anime Summer if there's a lot of people that are gonna go. And then whatever like smaller conventions that may happen in the Bay Area, because there are like a couple of smaller ones. And again, I think I said already earlier today, Anime Impulse is planning to come to the Bay Area late July. So it's like, ooh, that'll be fun to just like pop in, see who's there, maybe officially buy some art. Because when I went to Anime Impulse down in SoCal, it was a rainstorm, so I did not bother to buy a lot of art because it was going to be a good 80 to 9% chance it's going to get soaked. Even if you try and protect it as much as you can. So hopefully I'll find that time to just do that. I also need to grab gas. Come on, let's cruise it. Cruise. Hey, I did it. Oh my god, I am almost out of gas. Or diesel, technically.
Maybe
Oh my
I could
god.
come to a TwitchCon if it's NorCal.
Ooh, that'd be fun. Oops.
Now, with us doing Animathon in July, me taking a trip in August might be pushing it.
Because you were planning, I think you talked about it during the stream last week, that you were planning to go somewhere down like in the Caribbean or South America.
Yeah, I was thinking like originally Puerto Vallarta. Puerto Vallarta or Nassau, Bahamas, or Nassau. Yeah, or Panama.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
Costa Rica. But maybe I'll push that to, or maybe I'll push that to some other time and do San Francisco or San Jose.
You don't really. Well, it all depends, yeah, I'd say, in terms of like what conventions will come around at that point.
Yeah. Because, like, I was thinking of going in August because it's kind of off-peak-ish.
Right.
But maybe I'll go in maybe I'll go in September for a big trip.
Ooh. That'd be fun. Oh, shit. Got it. So, like, for the most part, it's like, I think outside of, like, going to Canada, I'm going to be just sticking it not only within the lower 48, but probably within the West Coast. The only exception would be New York City for Anime NYC. Because I don't know, I think they're still doing packs and all that stuff, I believe? Or
Yeah.
Okay. I've always wanted to go to one, but
What
it's
a
like...
PAX Unplugged. I'm gonna go there.
Where is that one located?
Pennsylvania-ish?
Oh shit.
Yeah. Because that's like the Unplugged, so it's not like video games or anything like that. It's like tabletop and board games and stuff.
All the tabletop games. Yo. Pennsylvania.
A lot of D&D things.
Dandy things.
Dundons. Yeah. Go run a game there.
Damn. Oh god.
Game goals. Hey Sam. Hey farmer. Thanks. Can't believe that's how he greets me. Hey farmer.
Hi farmer.
Sniff. Ugh, I sense you've been spending some time in the old community center. Sorry that it's stinky to you though. Damn. You old fart. But yeah. Cool. How much longer is left on your trip?
I am around the corner, I think. No, I have to go through a couple of turns, but I'm almost there. I'm gonna speed. Gas.
I gather a bunch of things, put them in the chest, and sell.
Gotta make that money. Whee!
Oh, Lordy. I'm gonna sleep so good. I don't have no Toastmasters to worry about.
Oh god, you actually can just worry about nothing.
And the only thing I have planned for tomorrow is a quick D&D meeting between my Dungeon Master Ryan and I.
Ooh.
Talk about character stuffs.
Ooh, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, like backstory, level up, and all this kind of fancy shit.
Dang. Okay, I'm gonna take up the whole lane to make this turn. Why do you guys make curvy roads? Oh my god, there's a doggy! Or looks like a doggy. But it's a mailbox.
Oh my lord. My Lanta. Oh my Nianta.
I heard it and I'm just like, wait, hold on a second, I should laugh.
It didn't have to be that kind of a laugh though. Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy, got a geode. Hell yeah.
Oh god, I'm taking this white. Let's go.
Mm,
Yeah, just
Up
drifting.
and down trees, getting some stones.
See if I can pick up speed. Let's go.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, what's coming up for us this coming week, mister?
In terms of this coming week, I know I'm going to be hanging out with coworkers. I'm probably going to be hanging out with coworkers tomorrow. You guys suck. Not my coworkers, but
I was gonna say,
the traffic.
okay.
Traffic being asshats, just curving me out to nothing, and they ended up driving straight. What the fuck, bitch?
It's
No,
like
I'm gonna be
Edmonton
hanging out with
drivers.
coworkers back up in San Francisco. Apparently, one of them is moving out, but they're moving out, but in the week. Oh, I went the wrong way. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Let's go. What the fuck? But like I guess this weekend they have the whole house to themselves because the other I guess renters probably have, or no, the owners have left for the weekend or something, for the week. So they're going to. We're kind of planning to maybe like just hang out, do things. Probably going like a walk slash hike because they're pretty close to Twin Peaks. And then maybe planning. I don't know if we're still planning to do a gyoza session, but it would be cool if we did.
Goes there.
Yeah, so we might do that. And then Sunday, I'm probably just gonna finally have my me day of going back down to San Jose, Cupertino, all that. Try to pick up some stuff at like the Japanese grocery store, maybe hang out at an arcade, just be me, sort of thing.
Travel vlog anytime.
I need to upload that. I know I need to work on that.
Mhm.
I will find my time to actually work on that footage, and then most likely I'd actually also have to provide some commentary too because I know for the fact I have a lot of uncommentaries. I do have some commentary stuff on the travel vlogs, but I would have to make my own commentary along the way and kind of re-explain everything, sort of thing. Have like an abridged version of it. So do expect that out soon. I will actually start working on it here in the near future. I will get to it before I get swamped and realize I didn't do it, sort of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's been me. How about you? Have anything plans or anything like that?
Yeah, so tomorrow, only thing I have planned, which is so nice to say, is just like a nice little hour call with my good friend Ryan, who's my dungeon master every like couple Sundays a month.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sunday though is actually a little busy. I have some work to do, surprisingly. I have 2 new students. Oh yeah, I got 2 new students. Haha. So
Surprise!
surprise. That's all good, but then a good thing about the week. Oh God, words. Um, and so I start with both of them on Sunday. So one at 10 a.m., one at 7 p.m. And then I got a D&D
Nice.
session at 2 p.m.
Nice. Wow, pretty packed schedule.
Yeah, and then like the week coming up is crazy.
Oh man.
So I got my regular 20 hours of talk maze. Then I've got how many public speaking classes am I doing now? So how many hours of public speaking am I doing? Classes. Hour and a half, 3 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours of public speaking classes,
Dang.
and 3 hours of D&D classes. Yeah,
That is a
pretty
lot.
much. I know. And then I have more D&D because I'm a D&D person. I
Mm-hmm.
have a D&D session late Tuesday night. I've got D&D during the day on Wednesday. And I DM for my group on Friday.
Dang. Like
Yeah.
actually, all the DMing.
And then I have one Toastmasters meeting only.
Just one.
on Wednesday night.
Ding.
Yeah, and then hopefully feeling better, like body wise,
Oh
and
yeah. Hopefully
such
you do
like
feel better.
to the classroom. Please.
Oh.
I want to be teacher. I don't want to be
Pain.
pain.
I thought the same thing. Pain.
I don't want to be pain.
Love it. Well, not the hopefully you do feel better sort of thing. But
Yeah.
um but yeah, no, that's one heck of a week. Holy shit. I
Mm-hmm.
know for me, I'm gonna get, like, at least in terms of the rest of the week, it's gonna be seeing what the update is. So you guys are gonna be getting that update next week on Track and Talk. If you're watching that, see if I get the team lead position or not, because they're gonna be looking for that people
Yes.
soon. You get to know earlier, obviously, so I'll tell you when that happens. Um, but yeah, aside from that, I'm just be gonna do my work, do some stuff, do some work stuff, and then we'll see what comes about it.
No, I'm just running around Stardew because like I'm clearly not playing another day.
It's a way to do it.
I'm I'm done. I'm just running around to see what kind of bullshit I've run into next week.
It's like, I don't want to do this anymore. Stop me. Stop
Really
me.
don't. I'm like sitting here going like I'm tapping out real hardcore.
But yeah, outside of her wanting to tap out, Dragyn is such an amazing person, so please go follow her on all her stuffs over here. She's a good derp, so follow her on her things, her YouTubes, her Twitters, and if you want to spare some change for her coffee. I also updated her Extra Life. She's going for another year with Extra Life Charity supporting what was it again? I can't remember the
I was gonna say
hospitals.
like do my own spiel, my friend. But if it's for a hospital in the Children's Miracle Network,
Ah,
and
okay.
my local hospital is part of it, and that's the Stollery Children's Hospital in Edmonton, Alberta,
Mhm.
which is on a campaign right now to actually get more funding to expand and move locations. So it's a very big year for them. Hence why larger goal, larger aspirations. I'm currently, if anyone can actually, it'd be really nice this weekend or tonight or before the 31st if someone can help me hit my first goal. I would really appreciate it.
Right.
I'm 24 US away.
Come on, we can get that $24.
Desperate. I want to hit that goal. Come back, Shane. I think you like Georgia Cola. He doesn't. Oh, that's right, because he works for Georgia. Well, luckily I'm not playing this game really anymore past this, like, yeah, in the past 5 minutes. He won't remember that tomorrow. But yeah, so extra life is very important to me. I want to really help them out this year because it's a big, big year. They need all the help they can get to help serve and take care of more kids. And yeah, I got YouTube's, Twitter's, coffee, and that's me. I do lots of stuff and it's good. Yep, that's me. And I have Twitch. Follow me here. Oh, hi. I stream
Yeah.
once a week with the Stirp right now.
Yeah, and then whatever extra streams that you do from time to time.
Maybe.
Maybe.
My weeks are a little intense.
Yeah.
And what
But
about you, mister?
and I guess about me. Follow me here on Twitch if you haven't already, so you can at least see these live streams live. If you're watching this on the YouTubes, go hit that subscribe button and all that stuff. But for those who are on Twitch, follow me on the YouTube. I try my best to post shit on Twitter as well as updates as when to I'm streaming and all that stuff. So go follow me there. I also need to work on still posting more pictures on Instagram. So go follow me there on Instagram if you want to see some pretty shit.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, thank you again, Dragyn, for obviously being the best amazing derp of a guest that we have here on Dragon Talk.
Yeah, thanks for. Oh, sorry, Lewis. That's a great way to end the stream. Getting
What
yelled
is it?
at for looking into the garbage.
Haha, you've been caught.
I'm a trash person. Trash gremlin.
Trashy.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you,
It's
thank
good to
you.
talk about life and things.
Definitely. It's always a great thing to just release the life into
A
podcast like live stream format that we have here every week.
Oh, yes, it's kind of good.
But yeah, with that, I hope you have a great day or night wherever the heck you are. Hope you have a great weekend if you're watching this live, or hope you have a great rest of your week if you're watching this on the FOD. Potatoes.
Sorry, my character's holding a potato to end the stream.
Oh my god, it's a potato.
Potato.
Potato. But yeah, have a great day or night where the heck you are. We'll see you guys next time for more Truck and Talk or wherever other streams that we may be doing and whatnot. That's Dragyn over there somewhere.
Me.
And this is Bam Waits.
No.
See ya.
Bye.
Good night, everyone. Bye bye.
Oh, I like how we say it on Durango Farm. Adios.
Adios, potatoes.